Yeah.
All right, hey guys, Shane here with Bedell's Plaster, and we're starting a new project today. I thought I'd give you another project overview, and the challenge to giving you a walkthrough, and we're going to walk through this 130-year-old farmhouse in a couple of minutes. The challenge is, we don't have any proper lighting. We have a lot of fans going because it's pretty hot out. And so audio might not be that great, visual might not be that great, but I'm hoping you'll at least get a sense of what we're up to, and we'll show you exactly how we're going to fix what we're going to fix. And then I'm going to pick a couple of things out of this project that will really hone in on and focus. The last project we just finished was that mansion in Walkerville, and I noticed in my videos I talked a lot about water troweling at the end, but I didn't have any real good videos about how to water trowel. So I'll make those corrections as I learn this whole video production stuff, and we'll try to hone in and take some close-ups and get a good understanding about those things. So let's come on in, and I'll give you just a quick overview of what we're up to. And we're in Harrow, Ontario, by the way. And it's going to get noisy because of these fans. But this entire home is going to have new siding, beautiful veranda, all new windows, all new doors, new kitchen, everything. This is we're sinking some pretty serious dollars into this home. But come on in. So I think maybe what we'll do first, well, we could start, come on in. Let's go upstairs and we'll start there. Well, you can see we have some pretty serious challenges ahead of us with all this ink and paint and soil. Come on, we'll go right back here. Every wall is broken and cracked and holes and this could be a series all on its very own, is how to paint over or get this kind of pencil and ink and paint off these walls. And we have, here's an example of a room that needs to be finished. It needs to look like brand new when we're done. And maybe just take a good look around the room, and we're going to see we have obviously the plaster has fallen off here, and somebody has pieced it in. They've used drywall that is thicker than the plaster itself. So we have this big bump and more ink and just a terrible taping job using fiberglass tape. And if you've seen me use fiberglass tape in my previous videos, but I only use it with a high dense material. I never use it with drywall compound because it'll crack. Always cracks, and you can see it all cracking already. So how are we going to resolve that? And we do have some tips and tricks on how to do that. The soil on the wall, I mean, who knows what any of this is. We have stickers, all this kind of stuff needs to be all peeled off and dealt with. And so this is, this window is going to be replaced. But we still have to clean all this trim up. We got this sill, this, the soil and debris, cigarette butts. I mean, this place is in pretty rough shape. But if you can see through the mess, you could maybe get a vision for what this place is going to be. And probably in about 2 months' time, this place is going to look like a magnificent home. So come on down this hall again. We got some real bulgy plaster here. I can move this, so we'll probably be taking this section of the wall out. We'll be doing a combination of restoring the plaster, fixing new areas, drywall, just a combination of all kinds of stuff in this house. We have this hallway. Something else to consider about this project. So again, somebody's trying to fix it with drywall compound. and doing just such a really poor job of it. You can see this attic access and everything is just failing. But a critical element in this project is all the oil paint. Everything is oil. The trim has been painted with oil. And in Canada, we don't, oil products are being eliminated. And we only have latex available. So we need to be able to convert all these walls to accept latex paint, not oil paint. And if you painted latex over top of any of this, it's going to peel off. So we're going to use a product from Sherwin-Williams called Multi-Purpose Primer, and it'll stick very well to this to these oil surfaces, but not until we clean them, and maybe not even until we give them a scuff with some maybe 150 grit sandpaper. So we come into this room, and again, somebody has tried to fix some of these walls with drywall, and if you want to see the evidence that fiberglass tape, I'm talking about the fiberglass tape that looks like a grid, that's sticky on one side, always cracks when you're using standard drywall compound. And take a good close look at this, and let's see if you can see that. So now you can see every joint everywhere is cracked, and that's a very typical thing that happens. I'm not saying it happens 100% of the time, but it happens a lot, and probably more often than, I mean, well, we get called on these projects all the time to, you know, they don't know why it's cracking, they think their house is settling or whatever the case is, but when the reality is they use this fiberglass tape with standard drywall compound, which is a low dense material. So we have, so how are we going to resolve this? We could rip the board off and start again. But I do have a method of fixing this, and that method is going to be using our secret potion, our polyvinyl acetate, and I'm going to glue these cracks together. I'm going to put a high dense material over top of it, and I'm not going to remove these walls. I'm going to fix them, and so we have just tons and tons of stuff. You know, we have this chimney. It's got some paneling, a piece of drywall fit in there, nothing is proper. I will be ripping that out, and we'll do that differently. This room here, to tell you the truth, this room is not too bad. I mean, it's a bit ugly, a bit dirty, but after the windows replaced, we're gonna paint the doors, fix the cracks, and give this a nice beautiful paint job. It's going to look like a totally different room, and we're touching every single part of this home, every closet, every bedroom, every wall, ceiling. Let's head back downstairs. This one's going to be a future bathroom. Right now it's a bedroom, and it's probably the best room in the entire house. You know, even stuff like how do we get up here? How do we get to the top? And even if that were just going to be cleaned and painted and that sort of thing, how do we get up there? We need some ladders and some planks and create this scaffold system. So now we have the bedroom on the main floor, and we have just some old plaster issues. I'm not sure what this is all about, but we're going to fix that kind of stuff. And again, everything is painting. We're doing the paint on this project. The last one, somebody else was doing the paint, which is fine. Some of these doors won't be painted. Maybe this side will be painted. This one will be sanded down, and who knows? We haven't made the plan for these doors yet. What's going on inside? So here, this is the living room, and in this living room, we're going to get a new ceiling, and the ceilings on the main floor seem to be in worse shape than the ceilings on the upper level. So we're going to give this a new ceiling. We're chasing cracks, getting rid of you know, all that heavy stuff, and maybe that's what we'll focus on with this video too. Is we'll make some really in-depth video on how to fix a plaster crack the right way, or at least how I do it. I don't know, maybe it's not the right way, but it's how I do it, and you'll see it, and it works. You know, it's a fairly permanent deal. But let's keep walking through the. This is the future kitchen. It's going to get a new ceiling. These walls had paneling on the surface. Rip the paneling all off. We're going to remove the wallpaper, and I'm going to repair all the walls. We're not adding drywall or anything like that. So we look at this ceiling, and this ceiling's had its day. We are going to be giving this a new ceiling, and one thing we are changing. There used to be a door here, and you can see the outline. You can see the battery pair, right? Battery pair with probably fiberglass tape and drywall compound. We are going to reopen this and put the door back and eliminate the door on the other side, and that's going to be framed in, house wrap, insulation, siding. That door is going to disappear. So let's head on over to stuff like this. So here's a prime example of somebody painting latex paint over oil paint, and you can see the green here. The green is oil, and that beige is latex, and I can literally just do it like a scratch ticket, and I can just scratch it right off, and that's why these walls look so poor, the ones that somebody has done this to. So we're going to go through and we're going to scrape those down the best we can, and maybe run a sanding pole over that, try to get everything back down to the green, and then we will put that multi-purpose primer from Sherwin-Williams on this, and convert it all to accept latex again, and then paint it again. So that's that. So bathroom, somebody's left the seat up. You know, we're not doing too much to this bathroom. Somebody's already been working on it, and looks like a pretty, you know, not too bad. And but we're going to address the trim. You know, we have a moisture issue obviously in this room. We're going to be washing everything, by the way. We're washing walls, washing trim, all that stuff before we do anything. But all this, we're going to scrape all this down. And you know, I do think that this is latex paint over top of oil, and with the moisture in the bathroom, it just peels right off. So we'll probably take a rotary tool of some sort with an aggressive brush and kind of sand all that stuff off. So there is another upper level to this house, by the way, and it's back here. But maybe I'll show you that later on. This house is gigantic. It's pretty beautiful, magnificent. Laundry room, little on the dark side in the laundry room here, but we're just basically going to just improve a few things. It's all paneling. We're not changing the paneling, but we are going to paint it all just to brighten it up, and we'll probably just leave it white. This little back side entrance, this is going to have a nice big patio door installed, putting a deck off the side. So everything else, we're just sort of, we're just going to kind of scrape off the flaky paint, give it just a nice, beautiful coat of multi-purpose primer, and probably coat it with maybe some Sherwin-Williams Emerald matte, maybe stay white, something like that, just to clean this area up. There's going to be still lots of work even after we're gone. So I think in this video series with this particular house, I don't think I'm going to show you everything that we're doing. I'm going to take a couple of pieces. You know, maybe we'll do plaster cracks. We'll do how to fix that drywall upstairs that somebody has taped with fiberglass tape. and maybe just a couple other, and we'll do some really close-up tutorials on how to accomplish those tasks. And so I guess we'll see you on the next video.